Okay, let's go back and hope that doesn't turn that off. Man, fgetS. FgetS lets you get a line in C. So fgetS, okay, you give it the string buff, you give it the size, 1,000, and then you give it standard in. That's going to read a string. It's going to read a line of text from standard in. It'll stop when it hits the new line. It includes the new line in the string, which is super a pain in the butt. And it'll stop after 1,000 characters. So if it reaches a line and doesn't hit 1,000 characters, it's just going to stop at 1,000 characters, null terminate, no new line. Horrible? Yes. Jamin? I don't know. Is it? I think that works in the 1,000. Okay. At most one less. Yeah, good question. Yeah, Jamin. Missing a close 3. Thank you, Team Plank. Okay, while that does not equal null, returns null if it doesn't get it. Okay. Why do you need to do this? Buffer overflow attacks. I'll talk more about that later. You don't want to read in more than you want to read in. Okay, now what I want to do is let's say I want to find first I just want to find a space in the string. We're going to find all spaces in the string after that. So what I'll do to find the space in the string here, char star x, I can say x equals stir char buff space. And then I can say if x equals null, then printf no space, else printf space at character %d. I bet my compiler yells at me for that, so I'm just typecasting it to an int to avoid that. And then I'll say x minus buff. Right, so I'm doing pointer arithmetic here, but since it's a char, it's just going to give me the difference between the pointers. Okay, because chars are aligned at 1. I'm putting that in there because I got money that's going to be an unsigned long something, and I don't feel like dealing with the warning. So here, let's go ahead and run it. Any other problems? If it doesn't compile, it's on you, not me. Okay. Fred, no space. Jim Plank, space. Yay. Okay. Now, let's say we wanted to find all the spaces. So we do something like the following. Here, let's do it here. For x equals stir char that, x does not equal null, x equals stir char x plus 1. How's that feel? Okay. So we're going to start by calling stir char. That'll give us the space. And then we're going to exit when it fails. And then we need to find the next space. If we just called it on x, it would just find that space because it's pointing to a space. So let's move it up 1. No! What's wrong with you? You've been here, you've only been sitting in those seats listening to me for 73 minutes, or no, 70, yeah, no, 69 minutes. You should be fresh as a daisy and finding my bugs. Yeah, you disappointed me, but yet I'm going to reward you for the disappointment that you have done to me, because that's the kind of parent we do these days. Here, oh, that was way too much candy on that side. Share. For some reason, the middle of the room's hard. Oh, damn it. This will sail up. Up and up. Okay. We'll go over here. This side needs to get something. Who likes almond joy? Oh, first hand up. Snickers, everyone likes Snickers. Oh, nice swat. Okay. I'm telling you, the closer you sit, the more likely it is you get candy. I forget when my wife gave me something that, like, it would have physically harmed you if I threw it. Okay. Fred, nothing. Jim, Plank. Yay! It works. Okay. That's stir-char.
I got a question.
Yes?
In the manual for stir-char,
Yeah.
it's saying that it accepts like a stream at the end. What are some examples besides standard in?
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is FGetUs. If you open a file, like an F stream in C++, I'm going to go over this ad nauseum so that you hate it, so you'll learn.
Okay.
Yeah, Danny.
Similar question. Like, what would happen if you gave that like standard out or like standard error?
It would. If the world were a good world, it would just return to you null because there's an error and it would set. I'll talk more about error semantics too later, but that's what it would do. You shouldn't get a seg fault. You might, because you never know, but you shouldn't get a seg fault. You should get a well-defined error. Okay. Stir. Same thing. I like needle and haystack. At least that's a nice way of putting it. Same thing. It's going to look for this string in that string. So it's like these both implement the same functionality as find in C++. You can find the reverse. There's like stir-char. I know there's stir-char. I don't know if there's stir. There's all sorts of stuff. Read the man page. Man pages are fun. Okay, do we have anything else we care about? I feel like I'm going slow today. Scanf, do we know Scanf? I got a nod. And I got a bunch of people in the back who want to leave. Scanf. Here. N equals scanf %d I. Printf n I. Okay, one thing about scanf. C doesn't have reference variables. So the only way I can get something into I is to pass a pointer to I, right? Because otherwise it would make a copy of I and I can't get anything. So if I want to read an integer, this is how I do it in scanf. N returns how many matches I made because I can do multiple things on there. Okay, you all have probably used scanf before, so this is, maybe you haven't. So this is like it. Okay, so when I do this, all right, if I say echo 5 into a.out, it's going to say I got one match and it's 5. Now if I say echo 5.9 into a.out, it's going to say 5 because what it does is it reads that integer and then when it hits the decimal point it says it's not an integer anymore, I'm going to stop reading. So it doesn't round, it just stops reading. Okay. If I say echo Fred into a.out, very exciting, nothing too big going on there. If I want to read a string, I could do this. Now I don't do the pointer because buff's already a pointer to the bytes that I want to fill in. Okay. Now who hopes, here let's make this 10. Who hopes the compiler doesn't compile this? Anyone? We're getting there. Mr. Squires is looking down. I'm guessing Mr. Squires doesn't want this to compile. Okay. Well, let's see if the compiler does it first. Oh, it does it. Excellent. My compiler does not care about anything. Okay, so here now if I say echo Fred into a.out, it will read a word, Fred. So it's like CN reading words. Now why do I say that's an issue? Bin make J 10,000 into a.out. What's going on here? Well, this is going to give me a 10,000 line word, character word. So this is going to read 10,000 characters into a buffer of size 10. Right? If we're lucky, we get the seg fault. Yeah, we got an abort trap, and we got some junk going in there too. I don't even know why it's printing that out. Oh, look at there. It completely overwrote my stack. This is the heart of buffer overflow attacks. If you've ever heard C is an unsafe language because what people do, and I'll let you go then, what the evil people do is they're able to make a string that has no zeros in it, but has all your characters in it, that they know the format of your stack, and they overwrite your stack in a way and then when you return from this, their code takes over your code. That's what a buffer overflow attack is. Okay, we'll talk. And scanf is bad. Scanf %s is bad for a buffer overflow attack. We'll talk more. Time's up. Bye.